Hey, hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some Gangnam Life against Leebokgu. And no, that is not actually Gangnam Life in the picture. I just know that he is a black belt in Taekwondo. He was a national level Taekwondo master. Or actually, he is a national level Taekwondo master in Korea. That's pretty much all I know about him. I don't know much else. I do know that he was one of the first fastest map Gosus in Korea. He's been around for a very, very long time. But I think he's been spending more time on things that have to do with his Taekwondo mastery. So maybe he's a teacher, maybe he's a master or something else, maybe, I don't know what he does. Just know that he plays a lot less StarCraft these days than he used to. But this is from about, I'd say, midway in 2020. And here in the blue Protoss, we've got Leebokgu, who took up the challenge to play against Gangnamlife, who is a certified Gosu. He won a Hamburger Sasu tournament in 2021, and he did so by beating Leebokgu, Biol, Duram, and JH. So pretty much he beat all of the top level non-streamers in order to win that tournament. And that means that he is, of course, not a fluke. He is the real deal, or real Gosu. So how is he going to do here against Leebokgu here on the White Terran Gangnamlife? What does he have in store? Something we're going to have to wait and see. Aside from that, here in the Netherlands, we finally have a couple of days of small amounts of snow, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's cold. Cold is not very nice. It's cool, though. The cold is very cool, but not because it's cool, but because it's cool. Yeah, it's very cold outside. The roads are very slippery, which is nice and not nice. It's not nice when you're on the road. But it's nice when you're like having a walk and it's slippery outside and you go out for a slip and slide. That's nice. Otherwise, no. The slippery roads, all frozen over, not that nice. Because the thing that happens is like the snow falls and then maybe like during the day there's a lot of sunlight and maybe the temperature goes to -1 degree Celsius, maybe 0 degrees Celsius, or maybe goes up to 1 degree Celsius. And some of the snow starts to melt a tiny little bit. And at night, we go back to -7 or -8, and everything freezes. The roads are slippery as can be. That aside though, I like slippery roads, but I also don't like them. Accidents, not cool. The slip and sliding, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. But that aside though, just wanted to fill the time a little bit, because Gangnam Life here went for a Command Center first, and Leebokgu went for a Nexus first. And triple barracks there in the front, both players scouting the map. Gangnamlife just went straight across the map, right into Leebokgu's main base. Cybercore's there on the way, he's got the double gas finished up, now putting them probes to work, and cannon in the front there finished up as well. Keep that SCV locked up in Leebokgu's base, and to make sure that nothing else enters it. So Academy there on the way for Gangnamlife, the SCV there getting useful information. Likewise, Probe makes his way into Gangnamlife's base because only 2 Marines are out. Make it 3. Probe there, taken down. But he confirms that there's a double command center, which is, I think, the most important bit of information for Leebokgu. Double command center, of course, means and implies that Gangnamlife is going to get rich pretty quick. You will also have a slight amount less units and Marines in his base. Like everything else gets slowed down a little bit. Although here he is actually, he finished up his academy, but he's not getting stim first. Getting a factory first. So he's delaying his Marine production even more than before. Triple cannon on the way there in the front for Leebokgu, because Gangnamlife is known for really liking to stim his way through chokes, and somehow he makes it work. I'm not sure how he makes it work, like some other players they fail to do it, but Gangnamlife is particularly excellent at breaking through those pesky chokes. Also, I gotta turn down the sound setting a little bit right there. Like whenever I play StarCraft, I change the sound setting up a little bit, like up to here. But when I start casting, I want the sounds of the game, the effects, I want it to be a little bit more silent. Otherwise it starts overpowering my voice, and for some reason I cannot find a setting to make the voice recording a bit stronger, a bit louder, which is something I should do somewhere in a mixing program. I don't have a mixing program because I also just don't know how mixing works, but I guess you can only find out how mixing works by doing sound mixing. So it's not like I don't know how it works is a good excuse, because I should just go and learn it, you know what I mean? So triple, gateway, double, robo, Temple's Archive, support bait, both on the way. Looks like this is just going to be a regular dropping strategy from Leebokgu. I don't think he's going to try to break through the front there with Zealot Speed and double Reaver. And this, what is this? Is this just a Zealot? He's just sending a shuttle with a Zealot across to drop it inside of Gangnamlife's base, who's now moving out with Marines. He's going to try to break through that choke. As I mentioned before, he likes breaking through chokes. That's 4 cannons there though. 3 Zealots. He might not be able to, but he's going to try. Zealot there gets dropped inside of Gangnamlife's base. Gangnamlife stims forwards, but changes his mind. He saw 4 cannons, 3 Zealots. They're not going to break through. He immediately turns around back home. Changed his mind really quick. And he's looking for that shuttle. He wants to find that shuttle, but he can't find it. It's already back here in the choke. Leebokgu could beat him to it. So there in the back of his base gets killed. He's on 41 SCVs, 45 Pro. It's got a dropship on the way. So a tank drop should be coming out sometime soon. He's on 5 barracks. 5th one is being built. It's something a lot of Koreans do when they're on a middle spawn location like this. They get 5 barracks because there's 5 different angles that the Protoss can fly in from. So you want to kind of cover every single direction. Like, let me just... Oh, wait, there's a drop coming in. No time to talk about something else. The drop is the topic. High Templar, Dark Templar, Zealot. And the other 2 are empty. These 2 are distraction shuttles. This one is the real one. He's not going in yet. I thought he was going to go in. He might wait for a drop number 2 because shuttles are finishing up here back at home. He's going to pick those units up and fly them over the top side, where a dropship is also already going in to hit those pros. We get 3 cannons. Drop goes in. Dark Templar on the scene. High Templar is somewhere in the mix. High Templar storm. High Templar hits about 5. So it's better than nothing. The real problem at the moment is the Dark Templar. And we do have a scan. Scan kills the Dark Templar. Going to kill the Zealot there as well. Dropship there comes in from Gangnamlife. There's 2 cannons that can shoot into the tanks. Only 2 cannons can shoot into the tanks, but he's overshooting. Goes in. Starts sieging up. This one is outside of cannon range completely. Gets 11. Oh, most of the probes are on the other side. And another drop there came right in. This one hit more at the same time as a tank drop. So both players were dropping each other at the exact same time. Let me rewind that a little bit. So you just want to see how that drop, what happened. I mean, we already know how long the game is because we're on a single replay. Here's a top drop. It really just goes in at the exact same time as Gangnamlife's dropship. Gangnamlife got about 12 probes with his tank. And right here, Gangnamlife on 41 SCVs. Temples are loading over the top side. Starts storming. And he gets, I'd say, 4 and 3. But he goes down from 11 to 30. So he had 3 High Templars. He killed 11. So both players losing about equal amounts of workers there on those drops. So both players somehow managing to drop and defend a drop at the exact same time. Well played. But so far, we're still in equal footing. And by just a weird random chance, both players see each other leaving and entering their bases with the shuttle and the dropship. So Gangnamlife should know it's coming, although the Marines are in the front, SCVs are running away, Temples are on the scene, he's hitting a mass. That is a huge storm drop. Down to 9 SCVs. But maybe Gangnamlife can still save the game, but if this dropship does not kill anything, this game is going to be over pretty quick. It's going to be over pretty quick. That drop really did a number on him. And another triple High Templar drop there coming over from Leebokgu. Over the top side, we have some Marines in between. There's no turrets, nothing on the hill either. Things are not looking good for Gangnamlife. Things are not looking good for Gangnamlife. He goes in with the dropship. Is this going to be a simultaneous double-sided drop once again? Both players going in at the same time. Starts loading. Inks. He hits a huge chunk of probes. Down to 32. And here he's storming Marines to open up a path for the shuttle to go in, but the shuttle gets taken down there. It unloads one more Templar storms on the Marines, and Marines do go down. Another drop from the bottom side. Leebokgu is really just dropping non-stop with single shuttle drops, and he's hitting him pretty hard. This double Reaver on the scene, hits some SCVs, kills 3 or 4 SCVs, and gets right out of there. Relocating, pulling away from the Marines, gonna kill everything here on the side. Another drop there coming out from Gangnamlife to hit those probes once again. Both players are just sitting in their bases and throwing drops at each other and having... Leebokgu has had way more success, but we do have triple capacity there for Gangnamlife. He should be able to recover quite easily. And likewise, Leebokgu has triple Nexus as well. So both players are getting hurt pretty damn badly. Gangnamlife a little bit worse than Leebokgu. But if he can keep defending these drops that are coming in right now, tanked up happening at the same time as well here in Leebokgu's base, sieging up at the same time while defending, gets a huge shot off, and he kills everything. This is just a back and forth of killing. Oh, another storm drop there happening at the same time. These two players are just not giving me a break. And another drop there comes in from Leebokgu. Another one comes in. It's Reavers yet again. It's the same Reavers from before. And killing workers yet again. But this time around can't pick up the Reaver. Can't micro anymore because he's got a bunker on the scene that kills the Reaver and the shuttle. And now Gangnamlife is in the lead. So both players are just trading workers for workers while dropping each other at the exact same time. But this is quite hot. This is damn exciting. Another dropper coming out from Leebokgu over the top side. It's a Reaver looking for a hole, finds a hole. The hole is the goal. Goes in over the top side, wants to kill some Marines. Marines, oh, he should have just gone for it. He's trying to kill. Oh, there was a small little mistake there. Loses the Reaver, loses the shuttle, and loses a couple of Marines there for Gangnamlife. But I think he should have just gone for the home run. He was wide open, but he was assuming that Gangnamlife would respond and seal off the perimeter and deny him entry. Sometimes playing too safe is also possible. Like you're trying to anticipate moves. And by anticipating moves that aren't happening, you kind of play against your own opportunities and your own chances. But another drop there on the way. It's double Reaver once again. Engineering bay on the scene. Changes direction. Finds a hole. He's finding a lot of holes these days. And once again, unloads before arriving on location. Wow, okay. Goodbye, Marines. He gets out of there. Reaver's still alive. Took some damage from the Marines, but so far, a lot of micro happening with these drops from both players. Leebokgu has been sending them out pretty much non-stop despite losing almost all of his probes, which is kind of impressive. He's spending very efficiently. He's now on 39 probes against 48 SCVs from Gangnamlife. Scarab there not hitting, not connecting. That's a dud. Ooh, that drop could have been way stronger, but the Scarab there getting stuck in between the supply depots. Ooh, that's a painful one for Leebokgu because he really had to just hit something. With those last 3 Reaver drops, he just had to kill something. And he did kill something, but not enough. Like, he needed to kill some SCVs. He needed to keep Gangnamlife small. And Gangnamlife is now bigger than Leebokgu himself, which is kind of a problem for Leebokgu because he has been losing probes a lot. And we got more tank drops coming across the map. He's going to try to do it again. He's going to try to do it again. Coming right across the map. Likewise, Leebokgu setting out another drop. He's got 51 probes now against 58 SCVs there from Gangnamlife. Both players have somewhat recovered their economy. Their supplies are on track to getting bigger and bigger. And their bases are also now catching up. Got a lot of cannons coming down there from Gangnamlife. And both players are again going in pretty much at the same time. Gangnamlife there goes in first though. Tanks are sieging up. He's gonna maybe get some probe kills. Gets 8 of them. Not a big hit, but any hit at this point in the game is bad for Leebokgu. Drop there comes in. They got Templars on the scene. Templars storming on the Marines and the SCVs. SCVs are running away to safety. But only 4 SCVs go down. Although this group, yeah, he gets a couple more. He gets about 7. Beautiful drop there, but not as effective as you would have hoped. Did kill a lot of Marines, but the Marines is not what he has to kill. He's got to hit those SCVs. I think if he did a double storm drop right here and one here, he could have killed all the SCVs, but he decided to also storm some Marines. And I understand the choice he made, but in hindsight, not the right one. So couple shuttles are returning back home. Another drop there over the top side coming in once again. This game has been a lot of... We've seen so many drops this game. It's quite rare to see this many drops happening in such a short amount of time. from both players. They've been hitting each other pretty hard. Gut punches, face punches, just punching all the time. And players are trying to deflect the blows, but most of the blows do land on target. Both players have been bleeding and patching up their wounds. So he drops on the top corner, doesn't decide to hit the SCVs themselves there though. Might still be something in there. The shields are empty. Wait, still has one High Templar in there. A couple of setups are clearing the perimeter, distracting. SCVs are returning back to the minerals. Is this one Templar gonna hit the SCVs, or is not gonna be the one? On the scene, Templar loads. Gangnamlife runs away just in time. Templar is too far away. It lags a little bit with the cast, but another drop there comes in over the bottom side. Is a non-stop double drop extravaganza. Arrives on the scene. Templars unloading. Templars. SCVs are running away. Does hit some of them. It's some of them. It's a lot of them. Kills about 20 SCVs in the end. Might have one more storm. Gets another storm off and kills even... Wow. Went down from 70 down to 36. And Leebokgu is once again back in the lead. His dropping spree is keeping him in the game. And Gangnamlife could not prevent disaster from striking yet again. Which means, of course, that now Gangnamlife's going to have to send out yet again another tank drop to hit Leebokgu. Because Leebokgu now in 30 worker lead over Gangnamlife. Scans coming down, checking the perimeter. Dropship is leaving. This is just pure drops non-stop all over the place from both players. I'm liking this. Gangnamlife has to be doing a pretty good job defending, and he's not really relying on turrets at all. He's got 3 turrets on the bottom side. 1 went down, so make it 2. There's nothing anywhere else to be seen. He's just relying on Marines and SCV pools this entire game. Marine there scouting the map, but a little bit too early because the shuttles are coming in right about now. Dropship there is staying... It's waiting for now, biding its time. Drop comes in. It's a big one from Leebokgu. Starts unloading all over the place in between the factories. Right next to the minerals as well. I think he still has a double High Templar in there. Unloads, storms the height, and he gets killed as well. Both players losing all their workers at the same time. Let's do a quick little rewind there to see how many probes got killed by Gangnamlife. Like, Leebokgu hits everything that Gangnamlife had, but how many did Leebokgu lose at the exact same time? Gangnamlife is playing with fire by going for a tank drop at the exact same time as he himself is getting tank dropped and storm dropped to death. 59 worker kills with that tank shot. Doesn't get a second hit off, but ooh, both players once again are all the way back at the start. Both players have to rebuild all their workers, their entire economy, dead and gone. And both players don't have a lot of army either. We've got Gangnamlife on 55 supply and Leebokgu on 95. And we've been here before. Both players have been losing their economies over and over and over again. This is the truest form of killing your workers non-stop all the time. Leaving your base? Nope. Nope. We're not gonna walk through our chokes ever. We're just gonna keep dropping shuttle drops and tank drops over and over again. And it's kind of exciting to watch. Is this drop gonna hit? He's trying to find a way in, sneaking his way around, killing the Marines. The Reavers are inside. He was not expecting Reavers. He was expecting High Templars, and he's gonna stay on the side for now. He's gonna bide his time and wait for this other drop to come in. As this drop goes in first, it's time to distract, kill Marines, and draw units away from the bottom side, and hope that Gangnamlife won't be able to defend himself against this incoming drop on the south. It's a 4 shuttle drop. A lot of Marines are on the scene, stimming in. Cells and Templars are reloading. Templars all the way in the front here, though. And there's no Templars left inside the shuttles. Just one Templar. Did kill a lot of Marines went down. The bunkers are keeping Gangnamlife alive. Almost gets the SCVs in the front with the Scarabs as they're dodging and running away from the storms. Beautiful multitasking and beautiful setup, but doesn't get the results that Leebokgu had in mind. He wanted to intercept the SCVs in the front, kill them there, couldn't quite achieve it. Scarabs are not that reliable. Yet again, I think this is about drop number 30. Come over the bottom side there, looking for the exact same angle. Engineering base spots it out. Marines might come running in to stim those shuttles down or kill the Zealots and Templars. He's arriving on the scene. I think the shuttle got sniped. Wait, there's another shuttle there in the back. It's empty though, it's just there to distract and annoy. So that drop kind of disappointingly achieves nothing. Gangnamlife repels and deflects yet again another shuttle drop. He's now on 49 SCVs against 54 probes from Leebokgu. Both players on about equal footing. We have way too many shuttles here in the front for Leebokgu. And I assume he filled most of them up. A couple of them are empty. There's no Reavers or High Templars in the mix. Gonna have to wait for the High Templars to spawn. Also now I'm kind of curious about his upgrades. He's got level 1 attack on the way and no other upgrades have been finished up. Whereas for Gangnamlife he's on 1 attack and 0 armor for his tanks. The Marines are on 1 attack as well. And we got our first frontal attack happening from Leebokgu. Deciding to switch things up. Gonna try to kill this entire frontal side. Starts unloading behind the bunkers, but there's nothing inside the bunkers. He could have just gone for the attack without the shuttle unload in the hindsight. Units coming from the back there to the front from Gangnamlife. Gonna have to save the front. Choke is getting killed. Zealots are retreating. He's retreating. He is retreating. Too many Marines. I think the Zealots could have won that fight against the Marines, but Leebokgu is not quite sure about it. He's not quite sure about it. He wants to mix in a drop while going... Oh, tank drop happening once again. Has not killed probes yet, but he's killing cannons. Gonna move forward a little bit as well. Leebokgu is not... Leebokgu's pulling his workers to safety. Gets... Oh, he got about 5-7 kills. It's something, not a lot. Wait, with the last shot. With the last shot, he just killed a lot more. He was on 68. Now in 44, the last shot kills about 20. Wow. Gangnamlife manages to catch Leebokgu slipping. Leebokgu makes a mistake, but now big drop there inside of Gangnamlife's factory construction section. However you want to call it. He's running Gangnamlife over, but so many Marines coming from the back to the front. Drop there comes in loads of Templar. Templar hits the storm and he gets all the probes and SCVs yet again down to 35. Both players never allowed to have an economy that's stable. Every single time the floor just gives out. Like, they rebuilt the floor. Like, it's been giving out time and time again. And they're like, oh, gotta build a new floor. And every single time the floor is finished up, another storm comes in and tears it all down. Neither player allowed to live comfortably. Although, you know, they're now back on 41 SCVs and 47 probes. They're getting back into it. Got the Goliaths in between on the pathway. A lot of shuttles there though, unloading all over the place. All their Templars in between. It's largely Zealots. I don't really see any Templars in the mix. Oh, there's a Templar, triple Templar. Templars getting killed before they can storm. That was a big investment of a drop, but the drop doesn't really kill much. The Marines stimmed everything down. The Goliaths on the scene were great, and the tanks killed the High Templars before they could even do anything at all. One High Templar unloaded on the side. He's not going to storm. Another tank drop coming in there into Leebokgu's base. There's a lot of cannons on the top side, but not enough. There's 4 tanks sieging up, getting vision. Is he going to kill any probes? He kills 3, 4, maybe 5. Not a whole lot of kills. But at least he's keeping the pressure up on Leebokgu. Both players just displaying that they're both masters of the drop strategies. At this point in time, I would dare say that the future of this game is looking a little bit brighter for Gangnamlife. His supply is about the same, worker count about the same, but honestly, a Terran having the same supply as a Protoss is better for the Terran than the Protoss. But this coming drop that's coming in right now over the top side is going to have to get some good results for Leebokgu if he wants to make this game a win, a victory. He wants to make this game a victory, but is it gonna work? We have 1-2 upgrades there on the tanks, so yeah, he's in pretty good shape compared to Leebokgu, who's still on 001, now getting level 2 attack. He couldn't afford it for the longest time. His base is growing a little bit bigger, got a lot of gateways there all over the place, still only on triple robo, still only has 1 forge, getting 2 more forges at the same time as well, dropped on the top side, looking for a way in, sneaking around. snaking and sneaking around through the skies, looking for a window, looking for a hole into that backside of Gangnamlife to blast all over the place with them storms. Forces him to land at the facility, which takes away vision over the hill. Drop tries to go in, but can't go in. The drop comes from the front side as well, while Zealots are distracting. Starts loading all over the tanks. He's going to try to end this with his frontal attack. But there's a lot of Marines in the back. The tanks are perhaps a little bit too strong. He unsieges the tanks to make sure the tanks don't kill his own tanks with splash damage. And that frontal attack there from Leebokgu does not really achieve too much, even though it did cost him a lot of money. And yet again, another tank drop there from Gangnamlife. He found a spot with the scans right there in the front. Tries to go in, but oh, the probes run away to safety. Cannot get in, cannot unload, cannot kill the probes. It's now Leebokgu on 69 and Gangnamlife on 62. Both players have recovered their economies. Both players are almost maxed out. Both players are ready to start ramping up the fight, because now we're at the stage in the game where one of the two players can start pulling off more successful frontal attacks. Tank drop there in the front. Does not unload. Sadly, does not unload. Really big shuttle drop there on the top side from Leebokgu. We got about 9 shuttles, and I think they're all filled up to some degree. Is this going to be the drop that ends it all, or is this going to be the drop that ends it all? He's coming right in. Starts unloading. Templar storms on the SCVs, but the SCVs are gone. They escaped. Does kill some SCVs there on the gas. Starts unloading more Zealots and Templars, but the tanks are killing everything as soon as it unloads. So this drop, sadly for Leebokgu, did not achieve the results he had in mind. And he starts unsieging. He's going for the move. A lot of supply for Leebokgu just went down, and Gangnamlife knows this is his time to strike. This is his opportunity. He's maxed out on tanks and Marines and Goliaths. He's moving out across the map. He's got level 1 armor, but it's very soon level 2, and it's very soon level 3 attack. His tanks are exceptionally strong compared to the Zealots from Leebokgu. He's arriving on the scene, starts sieging up, starts breaking down that front door. Got a drop there coming across the map, and he's pulling back. That's a lot of tanks that are inside that choke point. Starts loading on top of those tanks with them shuttles, but the tanks are not sieged up. Storming though, the storms are doing a lot more work than the Zealots are doing. Clears out about 6 or 7 tanks, but that's not enough. That's not going to do it. Supply count plummeted by 60. Gangnamlife is just rolling right in there, not even sieging up. His upgrades are so damn good compared to Leebokgu that he doesn't have to siege up. He can just roll in and bulldoze right through this choke point. 5 robos under attack. Still have some shuttles there hanging in the air. Goliaths are arriving on the scene as well, and getting some SCVs in the mix as well to start building some turrets to detect those Dark Templars, which are being built by Leebokgu. So Gangnamlife are coming in. And Leebokgu calls GG because there's simply too many units in that choke point. Gangnamlife played a beautiful game. Both players played a beautiful game. Both players kept taking hits non-stop all the time. Their economies were never safe. Terran and Protoss both struggling to keep their economies afloat. But in the end, Gangnamlife holds out for long enough and goes for the counter push after the big drop and gets himself the win. I hope you enjoyed this single replay. It was a pretty damn good replay. Leebokgu against Gangnamlife. Gangnamlife really lived up to the hype with technical precision like a true Taekwondo Gosu managed to achieve a victory.